Hola, travelers. If you're looking for a Spanish adventure, I can't recommend the beautiful city of Barcelona enough. My husband and I spent 2 months here last year and we loved every bit of it. Now, there are a lot of tourist attractions and sites to see within the city, which I absolutely recommend you do. However, some of our favorite times in Barcelona were spent doing things that were a little bit more low key and usually involved eating or drinking of some sort. So, if you're in Barcelona, here are my top 7 suggestions for ways to spend your time outside of the tourist sites to help you soak up what the city has to offer. Number 7 is La Boqueria. This one actually is a tourist mecca, but it's also a great place to get some of Barcelona's tastiest food. It's located on the touristy Las Ramblas, and it's pretty much going to be mobbed with people anytime you visit, which is made worse by the fact that it's also a very Instagrammable location. You're going to find yourself winding your way through both shoppers and tourists, but don't let that stop you from visiting. Since we were staying in an apartment with a full kitchen, we often came here to stock up on the huge variety of fruits and vegetables, olives, and other goodies here. You'll also find meat, fish, jamon, and cheese as well. It's a perfect place to find items for a picnic. In my next pick for a Barcelona destination, number 6, Ciutadella Park. Ciutadella Park is a green oasis in the heart of the city, and it's located on the east side of the Elborn neighborhood. You can simply stroll along the pathways here or throw a blanket down on the grass for a picnic while you soak up the sun. Or if you're feeling more adventurous, you can rent a rowboat on the lake or visit Barcelona's zoo and the stunning Cascada Monumental, which are both also located in the park. This is a perfect outing when you need a break from the bustle of the city. Next up at number 5 is Barceloneta Beach. It's a beach, so obviously a great place to swim and cool off. But even if you don't want to dip your toes in the water, the beach has a long boardwalk that you can stroll on a nice day with the restaurants or chiringuitos all along the way. This is a great area to sit and enjoy a drink or some food and people watch. On the very southern end of the beach near the W Hotel, which you can't miss, is an elevated walkway, which provides a great vantage point of the beach and the beautiful blue Mediterranean Sea. A short stroll from here will take you to number 4 on the list, Port Vel, the marina in Barcelona. We spent many hours here looking at the yachts and super yachts that were docked here and researching the more impressive ones to see who owned them and where they were from. We also took a beautiful sunset sail from here, as there are many boat tour operators in the area. Just imagine sailing through the Mediterranean, sipping wine and eating olives while the sun sets over the water. Just beautiful. Number 3 is shopping. Spain has a lot of unique brands that you won't find in the US, and some that you will, like Zara and Mango. While you can find a variety of fun shops throughout the city, the main shopping street is the Passeig de Gràcia in l'Eixample and the surrounding area near there. Here you'll find stores for every price point, from affordable to luxury. On the southern end of this street, across from the Placa de Catalunya, you'll find El Corte Inglés, which is Spain's only department store chain. The bottom floor has a grocery store and several small food markets with excellent food. The upper floors have everything else you could want or need, from clothing and cosmetics to electronics. Just south of El Corte Inglés starts a Portal de l'Àngel, which is a pedestrianized street that heads into the beautiful Gothic Quarter. And here you will find a ton of affordable shopping, some really nice shops, and some cute little boutiques. This leads me to number 2. Getting lost in the streets and alleyways in Barcelona's old city neighborhoods of the Gothic Quarter and El Born. There is really so much to explore here that I could do a whole separate YouTube video on these neighborhoods. So I'll summarize it like this. Food, drinks, art, and architecture. It's all here. We were lucky enough to live in the Gothic Quarter for the 2 months we were there, and we couldn't have been more pleased with our choice. Everything was on our doorstep. Our apartment was just next to Placa del Pi, which is one of the many squares in the old city where you can sit down for drinks and tapas during the day or evening and people watch. This area hosts frequent art, food, and craft fairs, and you'll find street performers here throughout the day. Don't worry so much about finding things to do or eat in these neighborhoods. The fun here is exploring and stumbling upon great restaurants and shops. That said, I do highly recommend a visit to the Picasso Museum in El Born, which was extraordinary. And finally, my number 1 recommendation is to partake in all of the food and drink this region has to offer. Not only is the food delicious, but it's so much more affordable than eating out in the US. I recommend popping into any tapas bar in the afternoon for a light bite and a house vermouth to drink. Yep, I said vermouth. Vermouth is very popular here, and you'll find people enjoying a glass with a couple of olives in it at any time of day. If that's not your thing, the local beer and wine is excellent too. Just ask for the house wine, you won't be disappointed. Evening meals usually start around 8 o'clock at the earliest, and you won't struggle to find good food. Try the local seafood or paella, and if anyone traveling in your group has specific dietary requirements, just know that there is an abundance of food for vegans and gluten-free diners as well. And there you have it, a short list of low-key things to do during a trip to Barcelona. I hope you love the city as much as I did.